What did you gather from the defense minister's speech? Is the government leveling with the country as to what is happening on the border? How much can the government really reveal about the situation along the line of actual control?
Rajdeep, first of all, the defense minister actually stated that there were several things that could not be revealed due to operational constraints. And in that, I have to say, I buy that. I support him on that. When two armies are face to face, when there's a tactical face-off underway, everything cannot be revealed. That having been said, it is notable that the government chose deliberately not to have a discussion on it and to restrict itself to just a statement. Clearly, there is a certain defensiveness to the government's approach, and that's not surprising given the circumstances. It's also notable that the whole package that Rajnath Singh presented was wrapped in the colors of the flag. You know, हम अपने जवानों के साथ कदम से कदम मिला के चलते जाएंगे, and so on. It was motherhood and apple pie stuff. Nobody can argue with that. At a time like this, the country does line up and does tend to line up behind its soldiers. So that was fully taken advantage of. But also remarkable, Rajdeep, was the fact that Rajnath Singh appears to be the government's most credible voice on this entire issue. They didn't feel Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has obviously made a wrong statement that time when he said after the all-party meeting that na koi ghusa hua hai. That was proved wrong. Amit Shah went last night into hospital for sort of treatment. And that left Rajnath Singh. Rajnath has emerged as a sort of popular and as a credible voice, right, and has tended to stick as close to truth as possible. But even he, this time, he chose not to admit incursions. He chose to use veiled language to sort of dodge the issue, as it were.
Interesting. Whether the government how far does the government want to go to admit incursion? Sudhanshu Trivedi, before I come to you and Gaurav Gogoi, just listen into what Prime Minister Modi had said in June. I'm going to contrast it with what Rajnath Singh said today. This is what the Prime Minister had said after an all-party meeting.
पूर्वी लद्दाख में जो हुआ उसको लेकर आपने रक्षा मंत्री जी और विदेश मंत्री जी को सुना भी और प्रेजेंटेशन को भी देखा। न वहां कोई हमारी सीमा में घुस आया है, न ही कोई घुसा हुआ है, न ही हमारी कोई पोस्ट किसी दूसरे के कब्जे में है।
Sudhanshu Trivedi, what is the truth? What the Prime Minister said in June or what Rajnath Singh says today? Have there been transgressions or not? That's the truth that the country needs to know, surely.
Rajdeep, in my opinion, there is no difference in both the statements. Prime Minister has categorically said, none of our post has been captured and no one has come inside and captured. Yes, transgression was done. Transgression means somebody came and it was opposed and they went back. And that was also on the website at one point of time of the Defense Ministry, as the report is being sent every week. So that is being posted on the website. So transgression word was there. And transgression, as Defense Minister has clearly said, there is a difference when you say that intrusion and capture. There is a distinct difference between the words intrusion and capture and transgression. So, and on the contrary, I would like to say
so what are we saying? What are we saying? The Chinese have intruded but not captured? Sudhanshuji, what are we saying? Chinese have intruded but not captured?
You know very well that LAC and LOC is a different. That in LOC there is an inch by inch definition of meter by meter definition is there. This is India, this is Pakistan. In China, there is a kilometers of area in which their line of military control, our line of military control, and in between both the forces go on and having the movement. But they try to transgress their area of military control into that area which is being agreed by both the countries, that nobody will try to come inside. So they were forced back. So there was no confusion about it. But unfortunately, what happens, if you go by the history, last 71 years, for the first time, China has said that India has come inside their allies. Can you quote a single instance in the last 71 years?